Do not wait. The time will never be just right for you to get to what you want. You have some tools with you, use them to the best of your ability, and you will find better tools as you go along. Famous words by Napoleon Hill, and it resonates so much with what we may want to do with our lives. Hey, self helper, I want to bring to you this concept of paralysis of analysis. We often get caught up in the details of what we want things to be. Everything has to be perfect, everything has to be just right. And if we fail to make that a reality, we don't even get started. This is a fatal consequence that has huge implications for what we may want to do later on in our lives. Often times people will tell you, you're not old enough. You're too young. How can you possibly offer me a service? This is what a lot of therapists get. That you aren't old enough to comprehend my problem. This is too complex for you to understand. I need someone older. And by the time you get to a place where, hey, I am more confident in myself, I am now more knowledgeable, I kind of know where I am, I know the subject matter really well, boom, people start telling you you're too old. This is such a huge problem. And when we relate it with the ongoings of our daily lives, we miss out on so many opportunities that we end up running into huge problems in terms of our career, our relationships, and just taking any kind of action. What kind of consequence does this have on your overall confidence? What does it do to your mental fortitude? It has bad consequences. That's plain and simple. So the reality is, if you're someone who always gets caught up in the details, that everything has to be just perfect, start getting out of that situation. Start taking more risks, because if you're a risk taker, the exact opposite is what needs to happen with you. You need to start viewing yourself as someone who has to maybe think a little bit more before taking some kind of action. However, for those of you, if you are struggling with paralysis of analysis, you have to start thinking of yourself differently. You need to start viewing yourself as someone who takes action, a confident person, someone who is competent at what they do. There are some things that you need to do differently, and this is one of them. Avoid getting caught up in the details. You will never be completely ready for anything. It's like, I want to start losing weight. I will wait until I get fit first, and then I'll start to exercise. You see what's wrong with that mentality? How do you possibly reach a champion's level if you never get started? If you never actually go about doing things differently, what is the consequence of doing this to yourself? Think about it. It's not positive, I can tell you that much. When you look at it, productivity is a huge part of this as well. If you want to be more productive, you need to start doing things differently. The finer details, they can be dealt with as time passes along. But making that first step, waking up in the morning and going for that walk or that jog or heading to the gym, it makes a huge difference. Starting the thing that you always wanted to do, a passion, a hobby, it may even be a business or some kind of venture where you tell yourself, hey, I am now ready to take it to the next level. That is so critical, because you want to do it as soon as possible. Time is not on your side. Time is not on your side. Keep this in mind, because time, your value, your energy, these three are your most valuable resources, and you do not, under any circumstances, want to waste them on anything that you aren't having a long-term vision of. So start taking action. What's holding you back? Comment down below. I want to know what exactly it is that is preventing you from taking some sort of symbolic action. If you haven't watched my video on taking symbolic action, watch it, hit the I button. It's going to make a big difference regarding how you view something that prevents you from taking action, and also the fear that may be holding you back. I've spoken about this concept that the pain of success and the pain of taking action is so much more than actually having to deal with the damn problem that we may be facing. And this is where we are right now. We experience more anxiety, we provoke more pain by not taking any action. You see the kind of significance that has in terms of your long-term goals. It all comes at a cost. And that's the thing that I want you to start understanding. Paralysis of analysis is a big problem. And in India, where some people have this strategist mentality, where we focus on the data, we focus on the facts way too much, that's a problem. We are trained each and every day to have a conservative mentality, to hold back from actually doing something because you may get hurt. And this is what people condition you to do each and every day. Think about it. It's very, very significant in terms of the person whom you are and how you treat other people around you as well. Because you are unknowingly trying to protect them, holding them back from taking some kind of symbolic action that may actually help them or benefit them in the long run. You actually hold them back. And you do this unknowingly. That's the thing. So if there is some area of your life right now that is something that you should be doing at this point of time, you should be moving towards what you want, start doing it. The details, I promise you, you will get to dealing with them at some point of time, but not now. The point now is to move. The point now is to get started. If you are looking at exercising and you want to get fit, start doing it right now. Start to go for a walk. Start small. It doesn't matter. The point is, it means something to where, hey, I have fulfilled something that I thought wasn't possible. You want to move to a new city? Move right now. What's holding you back? You want to get a new job? Go for it. You want to try something new? Go for it. You want to start a new business? See where you need to improve yourself. Start looking at things differently and avoid being paralyzed in the finer details. They are going to hold you back. Remember that you are a product of how productive you can be. You are a product of how productive you can be. If you're less productive, you take less action, you're less productive. If you move, you start working small, but with small steps, taking small steps each and every day towards what you want, that makes a significant difference towards achieving what you want for yourself. You easily move on to bigger and bigger goals. You stack upon your success. That is the benefit of coming out of this mentality where you're caught up in the details. Don't worry about it. Your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, these are all things that you can work on as time goes on. But focus on yourself. Focus on what needs to get done today, now, in this moment, so that you are not left behind in terms of the productivity ladder. There are a lot of people who want to get to where you are, who want the resources, who want the knowledge, who want the skill set that you have. So any area of your life, if you are struggling with it right now, you're caught up, you're afraid, you don't want to move towards what you want with conviction, do something that symbolizes a great degree of fulfillment to where I moved, I took action, and I did something great with myself. And as it rains down now, I'd like to tell you, if you found this video useful, make sure you leave it a thumbs up and comment down below. Tell me what you learned from this video. What kind of symbolic action are you going to take in your life? And of course, if this is your first time here, Make sure you subscribe, hit bell notifications, because we are dedicated each and every day. We aren't worried about things like rain, but we are going to become more and more productive to make you a champion in every area of your life. So until next time, check out all of the videos that I have made for you, coming out on a daily basis to perform like a champion and become the best version of yourself. They're all down below. Check them out. And this is Vikram signing off. I'll see you in the next session.